email tvshoutouts@fox.com. All right, stay with us. We'll be right back.
Fire.
Yeah. All right, good morning. Welcome to Good Day LA. It's 8 o'clock on this May 5th.
Yeah, Cinco de Mayo. Thanks for being with us. Clouds outside. Look at that. Big puffy clouds.
Yeah. Definitely beautiful. Beautiful shot. You got white puffy clouds. You've got some rain, and then you have some sunshine. And as we take a look at our radar, you can see the little blips of green. That's where we're seeing some of those showers right now. Mostly light, occasionally moderate out towards the Inland Empire, but the last few frames of our radar really showing just a little bit of a quieter period. And that's going to be the pattern throughout the rest of the day today. Slightly improving conditions as we get going in that area of low pressure over us. Right now continues to move east. Temperatures are in the 50s mostly, 57 in Corona, 55 in Riverside, 59 in Santa Ana, 53 in Woodland Hills, 54 in Oxnard. Big Bear is just above freezing, 36, and there were some snow flurries up there that we just saw near the eaglets and the Eagle Cam just above the lake. It should be quieting down as we get to the afternoon. But there's still that 20% chance for some showers there in the mountains. 65 in the high desert, 75 in Palm Springs in the low desert. So that's cooler than average. Around the upper 60s here along the coast to the valleys and the Inland Empire, kind of a mixture of sunshine clouds and even some light sprinkles. I'll show you the big warm-up we're expecting as we head into the upcoming weekend in just a few moments. But first, let's check back in with Stu up in Sky Fox. Let's get a look at our traffic now here. Are you still over the 110, Stu? Where are you right now?
Hey, Maria, good morning. No, we left that 110, made our way over here to the 710, and this crash has been here for a minute. You can see the fire trucks just leaving. That's going to be LA County Fire. They had 3 vehicles involved. One of them's already been towed. The other one's up there on that flatbed that you see, and also a deputy's vehicle involved in this as well. Southbound 710 right at the 5, literally right underneath the sign, squeezing it down to 1 lane, and this is a busy spot to begin with. Now, ooh, it is a tough drive this morning. So if you're coming away from possibly the 10 freeway jumping on that 710, that is not the take to take this morning. Streets will probably do you a little bit better. You can see that's actually backing up as well. They are in the clearing phases, so if this is your drive and you're not out the door yet, it might be cleared by the time you get there. But right now, though, it really is affecting that southbound 710 freeway. Give yourself extra time. Again, this crash happening in the East LA area right before the 5 interchange. I'm Stu up in Skyfox, sending it back to y'all in the studio. Good morning.
All right, good morning to you, Stu. We have some breaking news in Wilmington now. The Harbor Freeway remains closed this morning because of a tunnel fire.
It appears that Freeway will be closed for most of the day. Rachel Aragon live there at the scene with an update. Rachel.
Hey, Bob, Jen, good morning. LAFD just confirming to us right now the fire continues to burn below the 110 freeway near that tunnel. You can see right now we're showing you that the crews are out there still trying to put out those flames, and you can still see the smoke is still visible. But the biggest impact, we said, by far for people will be the commute in the Wilmington-San Pedro area. Take a look at aerial shots from last night, shortly after the fire broke out. Crews say they responded just before 8 o'clock last night to the northbound freeway, where they found remnants of a fire believed to have been started by people living in a homeless encampment. Officials say that while, again, this fire is contained, the issue and challenge has been removing large amounts of debris from the tunnel. Burning construction timber and other unmovable material will require sustained suppression. Take a listen to what LAFD had to say earlier this morning about that.
It's really just a fire that we have to be patient with. It's too dangerous to put firefighters in the tunnel. You'd be going into an environment where it's actually venting, so the conditions are just smoke banked all the way down to the ground. We believe that not only the contents in there are burning, but heavy lumber that was used to form the tunnel is all still in there, and we believe that that material is burning as well.
And that portion, again, that's closed is near Channel Street. We also know that Caltrans is on scene as well, and they've been so for a while, assessing the integrity of the structure of the freeway. We know they won't reopen it, of course, until they feel it is completely safe to do so. But talking to fire officials earlier, you guys, it sounds like you can expect this closure to be in place for at least most of the day. Pretty live this morning. I'm Rachel Aragon. I'll send it back to you.
So that traffic kind of crawling behind you, Rachel. Thank you. We also are following breaking news in the Fairfax District. The LAPD looking into a number of break-ins at small businesses on Melrose.
Yeah, it was all caught on camera. Mario Ramirez is live in the Fairfax District now with more on those break-ins. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, Bob, Jen. 3 businesses within a span of just a few minutes. 3 blocks within a radius of about 3 blocks. So the suspects here at Nail Bay Salon, they rushed in, breaking in, taking a laptop here, and just look at the damage left with this glass storefront. It was early this morning, around 4 o'clock. Those suspects took cash from the register and electronics before moving on to the next location, but not before they were caught on camera. So let's get to that video. 2 masked men, they were seen here in surveillance video smashing their way into this Melrose Avenue business, kicking in a glass storefront here while surveillance cameras were rolling. This happened at Nail Bay, a salon that's been in business here for 8 years at the corner of Melrose and Formosa. Police say this is just one of 3 businesses hit along the same stretch, all within a few blocks. The owner of the coffee shop right next door says the same suspects actually tried to break into his business, trying to use a cash register to smash through his storefront before they moved on. He says his shop was hit by smash and grab burglars last year.
Last year, it seemed like it was a couple of guys just kind of breaking into every store they could, and it looks like it may be the same thing again today.
Police are now telling us they arrested one of the guys. What do you think about hearing that?
Glad to hear it, man. Glad to hear it. I mean, obviously, they got to stop doing this crazy stuff.
Now, police say this crime spree started just down the street. Officers responded to a break-in at Milk Bar. This is near Melrose and La Brea just after 4 o'clock this morning. The storefront of the bakery and dessert shop also smashed in, leaving behind a trail of broken glass, and police arrived there and called for backup after reports of a possible suspect still at the scene. So far, no word on what was taken there. And just 1 block over, Lala's Argentine Grill on Melrose and North Alta Vista, a longtime restaurant here in this neighborhood for more than 25 years, also hit. So this marks 3 targeted businesses in about 3 blocks, believed to be connected to the same suspects. In each case, smashing in the glass storefronts and taking what they can, appearing to target cash and electronics from the businesses. To back out here live, another look at the damage here at this nail salon. Police did set up a perimeter here in the neighborhood early this morning, telling us one of the suspects was taken into custody, while the other is still outstanding this morning. For now, that's the latest here in the Fairfax District. I'm Mario Ramirez. We'll send it back to you, Bob and Jen.
All right, Mario, thank you. Turning now to the war in Iran, tensions are rising there in the Middle East as the U.S. moves to reopen the Strait of Hormuz as Iran issues new threats. The U.S. military says it's escorting ships through the strait after weeks of disruption, but Iran is pushing back, accusing the U.S. of violating a fragile ceasefire as its state media releases video claiming new attacks on American ships in the region. U.S. officials say the mission is temporary, even as thousands of troops, warships, and air support remain in place to protect those vessels.
2 U.S. commercial ships, along with American destroyers, have already safely transited the strait, showing the lane is clear. We know the Iranians are embarrassed by this fact. They said they control the strait. They do not.
While more ships are expected to move through in the coming days, the strait remains a flashpoint, with both sides testing how far they can go without triggering a broader, wider conflict.
State Farm is facing millions of dollars in penalties and a possible temporary suspension of its license after California regulators say the company mishandled hundreds of wildfire claims. The state insurance commissioner says an investigation found hundreds of violations in claims that buried them in red tape and underpaid customers. Regulators say the state's largest home insurance company played adjuster roulette, meaning claims were repeatedly reassigned, creating confusion and slowing down the payout process. More than 11,000 claims were filed with State Farm after the fires, impacting thousands of families trying to rebuild. In addition to the penalties, the department demands State Farm take corrective actions to speed up payments and resolve outstanding claims. Now, in response, State Farm did release a statement saying, in part, wildfire survivors deserve real solutions, not a distorted picture of State Farm's response. We strongly disagree with the department's characterization. We reject any suggestion State Farm engage in a general practice of mishandling or intentionally underpaying wildfire claims, and we will respond through the process.
All right, 8:09. Let's go up to Stu now for a check on traffic.
Hey, good morning, everybody. This Skyvox traffic brought to us by My Home Sold. Taking a look at that bike lane right there. Those guys are moving along pretty good. That 5 drive, well, maybe not so much. We're in the Glendale area. Now, on the right side of the screen, the sparser side, that's actually northbound. But don't be too fooled. Coming away from the 110 freeway, it is actually very slow. And this portion here is the go. As you pass Los Feliz Boulevard, does seem to open up a little bit as you make your way north on that 5 freeway over towards the 134. Now, if you're heading southbound, it's going to be a tough drive from the 134 down to the 110 and beyond. Give yourself a little extra time for sure. No crashes, just very high volume today. Everybody's getting out on a Tuesday. Let's take a look at some other traffic hotspots.
Hello, I'm Adrian Hernandez with MyHomeSold.com, and we want to buy your house cash. We save you money with no commissions, no fees, no repairs, for free, no obligation, as is cash offer. Go to MyHomeSold.com.
Fox 11 Plus.
A look at some of our top stories this morning. Thousands of baby formula products are under a recall over potential toxin contamination. The A2 Milk Company is recalling more than 16,000 units of its infant formula. There have been no reports of illnesses. The products were sold on the company's website and Amazon. If you have this formula, throw it away or return it for a refund.
The man accused of starting the deadly Palisades fire last January is set to face trial on June 8th. Jonathan Rinderneck's attorneys say he's being used as a scapegoat for the LA Fire Department's failure to fully extinguish the fire in its early days. Prosecutors believe Rinderneck started the fire on January 1st when he was, quote, angry at the world. He's pleaded not guilty to all the charges. He faces up to 45 years in prison.
Britney Spears taking a plea deal in her DUI arrest. The charge was dropped after the pop icon pleaded guilty to reckless driving involving alcohol or drugs. Spears was arrested back in March after she was spotted speeding and driving erratically in Ventura County. As part of the deal, the singer will serve 1 year on probation along with a 3-month substance abuse program and a $500 fine.
All right, let's talk about our weather now because we did have some showers overnight. Some got some moderate to even a little bit of a downpour. Long Beach was one of them, got over 1/3 of an inch of rain. South El Monte, 16/100th of an inch. And then elsewhere, most everyone across SoCal got less than 1/10 of an inch of rain or none at all. Huntington Beach, just 3/100th of an inch. And we're still picking up some moisture on the radar. Here's that area of low pressure. It's a very blah kind of storm system. It really is not packing any punch, doesn't have too many dynamics to it. It does have some cold air, so it's definitely bringing some snow up into the Sierra Nevada and a little bit of a snow flurry for us here over the San Bernardino Mountains up above 8,000 feet. Otherwise, we still have a little tiny bit of instability left over. That low will be out of here, though, by later today. High pressure will settle in, and that's going to dominate our weather through the upcoming week and this holiday weekend. Mother's Day is going to be quite beautiful as that slight offshore flow will be working to keep the clouds away. Maybe we'll get some of that marine layer along our coast. That's about it. Otherwise, mostly sunny, especially inland with temperatures warming up to above average. You know, we did have a wind alert here through parts of the Tehachapi's, but that's expired, it looks like. And we have no advisories at the moment. So that's the good news as we look at the rest of today. 67 in Inglewood. We're picking up some moisture down to our south in San Diego and out towards the Inland Empire. 79 in Indio this afternoon. Here's the temperature trend. This is the warm-up I was talking about. We showed you Boyle Heights a little bit earlier with the Mariachi Square there. 66 degrees today. And look at how it gets up to the 80s by the end of the week. And then look out for the weekend and next week, upper 80s to near 90 by Monday of next week. One more. Let's go to Woodland Hills. Similar conditions, 68 today up to 89 and low 90s by Sunday into Monday of next week. I'll send it back to you.
All right, Maria, thank you. The crown jewel of downtown Riverside, the Mission Inn, has been sold to the San Manuel Nation in Highland. The deal is expected to close at the end of May, though the terms of the sale have not been disclosed. The Mission Inn was rescued and restored in 1995 by Dwayne and Kelly Roberts. They turned into a major draw and led downtown Riverside's revival with the annual Christmas Festival of Lights. Dwayne Roberts died in November, prompting Mrs. Roberts to sell the property. She tells the Press Enterprise she has great confidence the San Manuel Nation will carry the legacy forward with the same care, respect, and vision.
We have some good news now for all the coffee junkies out there. Researchers say a daily cup of coffee could protect against aging and possibly ward off chronic diseases. Now, they say it's not the caffeine, but rather compounds in coffee, which activate a receptor in the body recognized for its role in aging, stress response, and disease. But like with all studies, more research needs to be done. I'm still going to go ahead and have that second or third cup.
Mm-hmm. They need to do the same.
How many are you on, Bob?
Oh, gosh, 4, 5.
Ooh, you're gonna live forever.
I need like coffee. I need to drink more water.
Me too.
Because I drink wine at night. It's like coffee in the morning.
So the stimulants in the morning and then the depressant at night.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Today is Cinco de Mayo, so tonight it might be margaritas. Some of your favorite restaurants celebrating by offering special deals. What better way to celebrate Mexico's defeat over France than with a BOGO deal? Customers can score free chips and a side of queso or guac with the purchase of any entree. You can only get the deal through the Chipotle app or chipotle.com. You can get a free Crunch Wrap Supreme at Taco Bell. Ooh, that sounds good. Free side of queso at Moe's Southwest Grill. And buy one, get one burritos at select 7-Eleven Speedway and Stripes locations.
I used to go to Moe's all the time. Welcome to Moe's.
I've never been to Moe's.
Every time you walk in, welcome to Moe's. I think they have them in New York as well. All right, still ahead, Coco's checking out a family-friendly Cinco de Mayo celebration. Good morning.
Good morning. We are here at 2nd and PCH in Long Beach for a free, family-friendly Cinco de Mayo event. Coming up, we will take you here live to tell you all you can experience.
Welcome back. John McKinney, the current LA County Deputy DA, is running for city attorney on a public safety platform, promising to crack down on crime and cut costly lawsuits against the city. In a crowded field of opponents, McKinney is trying to stand out to earn your vote in the June 2nd primary. Last night on the Fox 11 News at 6, he joined Marla Tejas in studio to make his case.
Good to have you. Congrats on this campaign run.
Thank you, and it's great to be back on with you.
Yeah, you've been here a number of times, never in this situation, running for LA City Attorney. Why did you make the decision to run for the city's top lawyer job?
Well, you know, I spent most of the last year and a half working shoulder to shoulder with the district attorney as part of his leadership team, really laser focused on turning around that office and rebuilding trust with the community. But I kept seeing what's going on in our city and the lack of any effective response to it, whether it's crime or homelessness. Elected officials seem to be out of answers or just unwillingness to do the unglamorous work of fixing LA. And I just couldn't sit back and watch it anymore, so I got into the race.
Okay, so let me ask you, do you believe, I think I know the answer, the city attorney's office is doing enough to crack down on repeat offenders, theft, and quality of life crimes?
I mean, obviously not.
Right.
If the city attorney were doing a good job, then I wouldn't be running in this race. That's one of the things that I looked at carefully before getting in the race.
What would you do differently?
Well, I would enforce the law. You know, I've been enforcing the law in this county for 28 years, albeit felonies. In this role, I would be the city prosecutor handling misdemeanor cases. But I have the resolve to do things that are tough and difficult. And while I am a compassionate person and I believe in graduated interventions, not starting with the harshest approach, I will get there if we need to get there. But first, yeah, let's try diversion, let's try probation, let's try to work with people as much as we can. But at the end of the day, the law has to be enforced.
So does that hold true as well for homelessness? We know that this is a top crisis, a #1 issue for a lot of people watching tonight. What is your strategy like on encampment enforcement, for instance?
Absolutely. I call it compassionate accountability, and I make sure to use compassionate first. That means we extend a helping hand, and it's a soft touch. And the purpose is to convince people that there is a better life for them, that they don't have to live on the street in squalor, in filth, in disease, with injuries. And we try to cajole them into a better situation, because that's what I believe compassion is taking a person where they are and moving them into a better situation for themselves.
And for people who don't have the mental capacity to understand this?
Well, that is also compassion. Compassion is understanding that a person doesn't have the wherewithal to take care of themselves. They need us to help take care of them, and we have to be prepared to do that. The accountability, though, comes in when a person is just refusing help, just willfully refusing to move themselves from a public space, whether it be a park or a sidewalk, outside of a business that's trying to engage in commerce. That's unacceptable, and that's not going to happen if I'm the city attorney.
Day one, you're LA city attorney. What's the #1 issue for you?
#1 thing I would do on day one is introduce myself to the 550 talented lawyers that already work for the city attorney's office. I want them to understand who I am and what my vision is for the city of Los Angeles, and I want to get to know who they are. I will do a full assessment and audit of that office to find out what the resources are and what the priorities are before moving forward. I'm not going to come in on day one and issue a bunch of edicts or directives like someone I know from the past.
Are you talking about the DA's office?
I'm talking about the former
DA,
yes.
George Gascon. Okay. I was picking up what you're putting down.
All right, you can watch extended interviews with candidates from other local and state races on Fox Local, which is our app, and any other streaming platform. 8:26. We'll be right back.
So I told you we were going to have conchas
And
in the studio.
Large ones.
true?
Yeah, I went back. The things are like this.
Yeah. They're big.
So where are you bringing this fun? It's con Azucar Cafe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love the sugary ones.
They're huge.
I looking forward to that. Love a good concha.
Yeah.
We'll be sure to make a
Cinco de Mayo,
fresh pot of coffee.
Yeah.
You know, barista.
Coffee with our conchas?
Yeah. Oh, well, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Coffee and
I'm due for
concha,
my
yeah.
second cup.
They go together. All right, it's that kind of morning. It's a little bit chilly, you know, waking up to some of that
What's going on?
shower activity. What do you mean, what's going on?
It's like I was wearing my winter jacket all weekend.
Oh, well, you know, last week, Amanda, we did talk about this on Friday. But if you go to West Hollywood today, you should be okay.
Which courts are these?
You know, I don't know. I was hoping you could tell me.
At what you call?
Well, there's one.
know.
There's one in Mid-City.
There's a bunch of pickleball
Huge
courts here.
court.
Yeah.
Near the Target.
It is. It's the thing.
On La Brea.
I mean, the pickleball courts are just packed, right? Here in Santa Monica, going to pick up kids, and it's just a parking situation because of the pickleball players. Anywho, if you are planning to play pickleball this afternoon, you should be okay. If you're in West Hollywood, out towards Ventura County, we're looking at much improved conditions. Looking at the future rain, you can see where a lot of it is going to be this afternoon over the mountains and foothills, maybe parts of Santa Ana Mountains, and also out towards the Inland Empire. But elsewhere, we're really looking at improving conditions as that area of low pressure continues to move away. So that's the good news. Improving, warming, drying out tomorrow into the remainder of the week. We're talking about some very warm temperatures, actually, as we get into Mother's Day on Sunday and into next week. Temperatures 15 to 20 degrees above the average. Yesterday, it was 70, so we're going to kind of be close to that, 66 today. That's still slightly below the average. Our sunset time at 7:40 this evening. Here are the highs we're expecting today. So again, a little on the cooler side. 66 for Burbank, 68 in Woodland Hills, 64 in Santa Monica, to that 75 in Palm Springs. Much warmer though as we get to Sunday, like I said. I'll show you the 7-day in just a couple minutes. But first, let's check in on traffic. We've got Samada back in house with a look at that. Hey, Samada.
Good morning, Maria. Good morning, everyone. We do have a couple of issues working at this hour. We're going to take you, of course, to the big traffic delays. A SIG alert still in effect due to an overnight tunnel fire. Rachel Argon has been live on the scene giving us updates, and still the northbound 110 at Channel Street continues to be shut down. This is the on-ramp, and they are going to take you off at Channel Street. Meanwhile, the southbound side is open now. Here's a look at a real-time traffic. 50 minutes westbound side of the 10 at 5, headed towards Santa Monica, and you can go ahead and apply 38 minutes on your ride northbound 110 from the 405 going inbound. Here's a live Caltrans camera. The northbound side of the 15 right there at the 210 looks good, but southbound side, inbound route, a little slow and higher volume there. Back to you.
All right, Samada, thank you. So last hour, we revealed a new poll conducted by Survey USA that shows in the gubernatorial race, Republican Steve Hilton leading at 20%, followed by Democrat Tom Steyer at 18%.
All right, so we wanted to know, are you ready to cast your vote? Here's what you are saying.
Yes.
52%.
Feeling ready.
Our viewers are good citizens.
They're on it.
They're civically minded.
Yes.
Curtis from Santa Clarita, I guess we know who you're voting for.
2 words, Chad Bianco.
And then George from San Pedro says, I am ready to vote. And after listening to all the candidates, I will be voting for Javier Becerra. There you go. Thanks for weighing in.
All right. So new this morning, Meta is expanding protections for teens on Facebook across the U.S. and 27 European countries. The tech giant announcing today it's enhancing safeguards under growing pressure from regulators to better protect young users online. These safeguards use artificial intelligence to detect underage accounts by analyzing profiles for clues, even if users list fake adult birthdays. Meta rolled out similar protections last year and will now expand them further. This move comes as global concerns rise over teen mental health, online abuse, and AI-generated harmful content.
Meantime, Elon Musk and the SEC have agreed to settle a lawsuit over his purchase of Twitter back in 2022. Musk was sued last year for allegedly violating securities law in the run-up to his purchase. The SEC claimed that Musk's failure to disclose his previous investment in Twitter allowed him to buy shares at artificially low prices and put other investors at a disadvantage. Musk agreed to pay a civil fine of about $1.5 million. He's also worth nearly $800 billion. In comparison, that would be like someone worth $50,000 paying just 9 cents.
Whoa. All right, millennials, a part of your youth is now history.
What?
Before Google became a verb, millions of you were asking Jeeves. Remember
true.
that? Oh,
Ask Jeeves.
Now the once iconic search engine has shut down after nearly 30 years online.
I'm surprised it's still online, to be honest.
I know. So Ask Jeeves launched in the late 90s with its famous cartoon butler.
Yeah.
It encouraged users to type full questions instead of keywords, which was a pretty radical idea at the time. The site later became Ask.com, but for many millennials, Jeeves will always live somewhere between AOL Instant Messenger and LimeWire.
Oh, gosh.
In the Internet Hall of Fame. Did you ever get afraid that, like, the FBI agents would show up at your door after you illegally downloaded a LimeWire song?
To burn a CD.
Yeah, that's right. On Friday, the site shut down for good with a final message that began with the line, "Every good search must come to an end."
That's sad.
I wonder what the last thing was searched there. I would love to know. Their last search.
And who did it?
And who did it?
That's a good question.
We'll never know.
You don't know.
I'm
You
gonna
don't
ask.
now because you ask just your phone, right? You ask,
No.
and like, you don't even have to say Siri anymore.
You do
just-
Chat
you
GPT.
just
I mean,
say,
for
like,
me,
whatever.
it's like Chat GPT all day long.
I
Yeah.
know.
Like,
when you hear a song, who sings this? And then it
I mean,
tells you.
soon, you know, it'll be able to detect your thoughts, so you'll just be able to think it.
I thought about
what
that.
What is this?
Yeah.
What
Think it,
am I
blink
looking
it.
at? And then I'll just
I know.
tell
That's
you.
right. Your Meta glasses.
A family-friendly Cinco de Mayo celebration getting ready to kick off along the Long Beach waterfront.
Yes, Coco is live at 2nd and PCH with a preview of the Kids Club event. Good morning.
Good morning.
Hey there, it is a beautiful day in Long Beach and the perfect place to celebrate Cinco de Mayo here at 2nd and PCH. I'm with Sweeney now, who is the marketing manager for 2nd and PCH. This place is incredible, but tell us all about what's happening today.
Well, today we are celebrating two celebrations, actually, Cinco de Mayo and Mother's Day for our Kids Club. So for our Kids Club, that starts at 10 a.m., we'll have performances. Folklorico dancers will be performing from Folklorico Revolucion. And then for our crafts that happens after the performance, we have crafts for Mother's Day. They get to do Mother's Day cards because that's coming up next week. And we also have airbrush tattoo artists here that will do some airbrush designs for Cinco de Mayo and Mother's Day designs.
That's incredible. And the thing that's so cool is this is all free, and you have tons of free events happening throughout the summer, too.
Yes, yes. Our Kids Club is free all year long, and it happens once a month on the first Tuesday. And in the summer, it ramps up to like twice a month. So we have this, the schedule will be up on our website, and we have different themes for the Kids Club.
That's incredible. And as you're seeing right now, you see all this fun that's being had for the kids here. That's Isai and Eliana. And this is Sandy, their mom. So, Sandy, I want to bring you into this conversation. You come to 2nd and PCH a lot. Tell us about what you like about the Kids Club.
Yeah, so, I mean, first of all, everything's free, which is nice. But they have a lot of activities every time. There's a theme every month. And so I know the kids love it. They look forward to it. They have the face painting. They have just a lot of fun activities. They enjoy all of it. So I enjoy that they enjoy it.
Yes, they're having a great time and they're doing a great job learning the dances. Thank you so much, Sandy. And this is such an incredible opportunity for the whole family to have a great time to celebrate Cinco de Mayo. This event runs from 10 until noon, but here's the thing. If you come to 2nd and PCH, you're going to have a good time. There are so many delicious restaurants, so it's a great way to celebrate Cinco de Mayo, even if you miss this event that ends at noon. I'll send it back to you.
I love the kids dancing. That's
doing
so
such a
cute.
good job.
Yeah, they're doing great, right?
Yeah. With his like, hands behind his back.
I know.
So cute.
I love that. Here you go, girl. All right, thank you, Coco.
Thank you, Coco. Happy Cinco de Mayo, guys.
Cinco de Mayo.
Wait till you see the conchas on our table.
Oh, yeah.
Big conchas here. All right, entertainment sponsored by Yawava Resort and Casino. One of the most anticipated films of the year is The Odyssey from Oscar-winning filmmaker Christopher Nolan. And now in the Odyssey trailer, Nolan has unveiled epic new footage of Cyclops, evil Robert Pattinson, Charlize Theron, and more.
No one could stand between me and home. Not even the gods. Keep us straight! I think it's asleep.
Throw in some Matt Damon and a big summer blockbuster release date, and you've got one of the most anticipated films of the summer, July 17th. Look at that, Tom Holland in the mix.
Wow,
This is a
who's
huge
not
year
in
for
this
Tom
movie?
Holland. That's exactly right. Anne Hathaway is in it.
Yeah.
It's a big movie. It's going to be one of the bigger summer blockbusters. He definitely went the traditional route with making there's Anne Hathaway, The Odyssey.
We were asking how long this was going to be, because it's going to be like a...
I think we're breaking 3 hours.
We're looking
right?
at 3.
I mean, it's like a 600-page book.
Oh,
You know
yeah.
what I mean? And like, he goes through like 7 different adventures.
Yeah, we're looking. I mean, he got the cast, the creme de la creme of cast. And, you know, post-Oscar for Oppenheimer, I mean, he's definitely in demand. I mean, people, the industry, both cast and crew, truly want to work with Christopher Nolan.
Oh, that's right.
I liked Oppenheimer, but
I did too.
This one has action in it, right? It's a long movie that has a lot of action
It'll
in
definitely be a little more vibrant.
Yeah.
Have things going on. Exactly.
Bang, bang.
The Oppenheimer was a little bit of a slow build up. Yeah. You guys, don't you wish your tickets for any upcoming tours weren't canceled? Don't ya?
It's rough.
Don't you wish your girlfriend was hot like me? Don't you wish your girlfriend was a freak like me? Don't you?
Boop, 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 boop. I love it. All right, Nicole, drop it back. The Pussycat Dolls, they've canceled their North American tour. All but for one date, my birthday. A June 6th concert at the WeHo Pride Festival. So it's my birthday gift to all of you. No specific reason was given as to why they canceled the tour. People want to know, though. They purchased their tickets through Ticketmaster or Access, and they'll all automatically be refunded.
Well, they actually did say that the ticket sales weren't doing so well.
So then just say it.
I think they did. They did say it. They say we acknowledge that ticket sales weren't as strong as we would like them to be.
So make a smaller venue. You don't have to cancel the tour for those who want to go.
Right.
Yeah.
They call it the Blue Dot Fever.
Yeah. Remember the House of Blues was a smaller thing?
That's right. The intimate.
I wish they would say we're pivoting. Our ticket sales weren't SoFi Stadium big, but they definitely are House of Blues big.
Yeah.
They are going to go, though, in Europe. And several shows there are
Nicole
sold out.
Scherzinger, who won the Tony for Sunset Boulevard, like last year, I want to say. I saw her on Broadway.
Yeah.
She can
Sunset.
sing.
She's amazing.
Oh, she's super
amazing.
talented.
Like her vocals, wow.
And very nice. She's very nice. She was one of the Masked Singer judges. Yeah, she was.
I do love her.
But just, you don't have to say that's the reason you're canceling. It's just the reason you're downsizing.
Correct.
Yeah.
That's what I think we should do.
Okay, so, boomer moms were walking kids to school and making dinner by 5. Millennial moms are juggling jam-packed calendars and a full-time job. So now a new poll is showing the toll it's taking on today's moms.
Speak on it.
Yeah, a new Taco research poll of 2,000 moms finds millennial mothers are the most mentally drained and the most likely to feel resentful. Nearly half say they're burnt out. And about 1 in 5 admits to feeling resentment. That's about 3 times higher than boomer moms. Experts say a lot of it comes from invisible work, constantly planning, reminding, and keeping the household running behind the scenes. A lot of it is thankless. It goes, unseen. I can tell you, I think a big reason why millennial moms are feeling maybe more burnt out than other generations is this is the generation we were always encouraged to go all out in your career, right? And we are still encouraged to go all out in your career while you're balancing motherhood.
Right.
And a lot of times our careers have taken us across the country, away from our families, away from that like village that you think is so important.
The support system.
Right.
And, you know, back in the day, you could have one person support the household. And now it's hard to even have a two-income household and make ends meet for a lot of people.
Yes, like my mom, and I say it's a privilege. It is a privilege that she got to stay home and take care of me for 12 years while my dad worked. So my dad was the sole breadwinner. And this was in Ohio. I mean, the cost of living there is way better than it is here. And then fast forward many, many years later, and we need dual income to be able to tread water.
And it's just that pressure of having to live up to that ideal of being the super mom, right?
Yes.
I can do it all. I can do it all.
Right. And also, millennials are the sandwich generation. So you're taking care of young ones at the same time you're taking care of your aging parents.
It's true, because a lot of millennials wait to have children.
A reminder that it's Mother's Day.
Oh, yes, this weekend. There you go.
All right, coming up, it's Cinco de Mayo. So we had to get Con Azucar Cafe in our studio.
Ooh, yeah, they're here to showcase the cafe's food, the drink, inspired by the rich traditions of Mexico. How about them conchas?
Look at those conchas.
Word. Those look amazing and delicious. Good Delay Traffic is sponsored by the Office of Jacob and Ronnie. Call jacob.com. We do unfortunately have this issue. If this is part of your travels right now, multiple vehicle crash is having major delays eastbound side of the 10 at Monte Vista Avenue through the Montclair area. Tow trucks are en route and bridge crews are on scene. That's going to, again, the backup's going to stay in place for a while. Tunnel fire. The northbound stretch of the 110 at Channel Street is still shut down. That signaler is still in place until further notice. They are diverting traffic off at Channel Street, but some good news, the southbound side of the 110 is open there. And a live Caltrans camera, hey, the northbound side of the 15 looks good right there at the 210. Southbound side, just a little bit of a struggle. Here's a look at some other traffic hotspots.
So I do hot yoga every day. After the accident, my lower back was so stiff I couldn't move, and I called Jacob. They treated me like a king. I did not have to deal with anything. If you're in an accident, call Jacob. Call Jacob.
Welcome back to Good Day LA. We all know that a mother's love is the soundtrack to our lives. So this year, why not give her a gift that truly hits a high note?
Bocelli invites you on a journey of timeless beauty. Celebrate the 30th anniversary of Romanza, the World Tour.
If you're looking for the perfect way to celebrate your mom or a special mom in your life who's always been there for you, Good Day LA wants to help you make this Mother's Day unforgettable. The legendary Andrea Bocelli is bringing his Romanza 30th anniversary tour to the Hollywood Bowl. And tickets for his September 15th and 16th shows are also on sale now at livenation.com. You know it's going to be a breathtaking night of music under the stars, and we want to send you and the family. So how would you like to take mom to a world-class experience at one of the most iconic venues out there? Good Day LA wants to hook you up with 4 tickets to the show on September 15th. Enter for a chance to win on our website, foxla.com/contest, or scan that QR code on the screen. Good luck to all of our viewers and to all the moms out there. Happy Mother's Day. All right, let's send it on over to Maria for a check on your forecast.
And this weather is sponsored by the law offices of Larry H. Parker. Taking a look outside right now, this is our camera up on our rooftop. We're seeing kind of a mixture of some clouds and a little bit of blue sky. And that's really going to be the story today, as this area of low pressure that is spinning overhead, not really a very dynamic storm at all. It's kind of a blah storm. It's still going to give us a chance for some very light scattered pop-up showers. But the good news is that low pressure system will be on its way out. High pressure behind it will build. This will give us a drying trend, a warming trend as we get into tomorrow and the rest of the week, actually, into the holiday. Mother's Day weekend is going to be hot, some 10, even 20 degrees above normal in many areas by the time we get to Sunday and Monday of next week. Ventura County beaches, LA, 2 to 4 feet. If you're headed to the coast, 64 to 67. Those temperatures on the sand, a little smaller in Orange County, 1 to 3+ feet. Here's our 7-day forecast. We're going to warm up. 64 today, a little cool to the mid-70s by Sunday. And downtown LA today, 66 degrees. So I think you'll still need that sweatshirt before you head out. But look at how it warms up to the mid-upper 80s by Sunday, Monday of next week. Valleys, Inland Empire, still that 10 to 20% chance for some showers, 68, getting to 89 on Sunday. The mountains, 43 with some light snow flurries up above 8,000 feet. And then we'll get to the upper 70s by this Sunday. 65 in the high desert with that slight chance for some showers. Look at the upper 90s returning, though, by the weekend. 75 today, a little on the cooler side for the low desert, back to 105 by Mother's Day on Sunday. Back to you.
Maria, you know I love Good Day Cafe and I love a theme, and we are celebrating Cinco de Mayo in the Good Day Cafe with Cafe Azucar. Founded by 5 friends from Mexico City on a mission to share their Mexican heritage through coffee and a sense of community. And joining me is co-founder Alejandra Gonzalez. Welcome, and this is so good to have you here, but this is distracting me.
The giant concha.
It's making me a little self-conscious because it is so big and it's viral. It's such a big hit amongst your customers.
Yes, we are known as the House of the Giant Concha and the Giant Cafecito.
Con Azucar Cafe, tell me what your theme is all about.
We are a Latino-inspired coffee shop, bringing a little piece of Mexico to Los Angeles County, a part of, our nostalgia, a part of our culture, and we hope to bring it here just for you guys to enjoy.
Con your family, con your friends, con Azucar. And you have the Mexican flag colors here as well. So you have conchas of all different shapes, sizes, and themes as well.
Yes, we are the Pan Dulce Concha providers. So every size, minis, regular size, and then the giant concha.
And this is a big deal that you're here today because you recently opened the first LA location in Sylmar. Congratulations. And you invited Sylmar High School to participate in the grand opening. Tell me all about that and why it was important for you to connect the local community.
Of course, it was important to be able to show that local pride and the appreciation to the Sylmar community, being it's our first location here in Sylmar, California. So,
what is the most fun about Con Azucar Cafe?
The ambience. I want to say every touch inside the cafe is
Very photo worthy. We added little details on every part of the cafe, whether it's Frida Kahlo, where it's Mexico Mi Amor, and just the whole experience. We also offer latte art as part of the experience, so you can get a selfie. Or recently, we did have it go viral here in the LA with the Dodgers themed on the latte.
That's perfect.
Yes.
Okay, and tell me about this big cup of coffee that is what dreams are made of for morning news people.
The doctor recommends 1 cup of coffee a day, so we took it very personal, and I mean, people enjoy it. They come with big families to share it with the giant coffee or the giant concha, and it's shareable between 10 to 12 people.
So 10 to 12. So Roxy and Sandra, you guys could share this cup of coffee with me.
Yeah. It's like soup.
And tell me about the best part about implementing your Latina heritage and your pride into this business.
Of course. We felt like there was a missing part here, somewhere where we felt disconnected, and we wanted to bring in our culture, that little part of nostalgia, that piece of Mexico where our Latino community can connect and also be shared within everyone, basically.
Everyone, absolutely. Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you for celebrating with us today. You know that has a special meaning for me. I gave out conchas at my engagement party, and it said, thank you for celebrating with us. So thank you for celebrating on Good Day Cafe for Cinco de Mayo. And you can head on over to visit Con Azucar Cafe in Silmar and give them a follow on Instagram at Con Azucar Cafe. Thank you again, Alejandra. Now let's check in with Roxy and Sandra. Should I just go ahead and get 3 straws?
Yes, we need caffeine. That would be good. An IV drip. Thank you so much. So coming up, an incredible after-school program is giving teens real-world skills in tech, design, and media. I'll show you the creations from students at TUMO.
Plus, today is known as Children's Day in Japan, Kodomo no Hi. How locals gathered it to celebrate the holiday meant to bless and protect kids.
I just need something. I need some creamer for this. Anyone have any creamer? So I can get this? Just put 3 straws in it, right? Straight to the bloodstream. Wake up. Yeah, let's get a photo. It's a
Good morning. Welcome to 9 a.m. I'm Roxy Carapadian.
I'm Sandra Endo. Thanks for joining us on this Tuesday. Let's check in with Maria with a check of our forecast.
Yes, indeed. Good morning to you. I'm meteorologist Maria Quaban. We've been tracking the radar, looking out for where some of those light spotty showers are falling at this hour, and it's really kind of quieted down in the last hour. A lot of it was over here, over the Inland Empire, just off the coast of Orange County and San Diego. Otherwise, things are looking pretty sporadic right now. We've got a mixture of some sunshine and some clouds, and even some light showers for some of the inland areas. We're looking at improving conditions as we get through the rest of today and into tomorrow. Temperatures, though, still on the cooler side. You'll need that sweatshirt or light jacket. It's just 50 degrees in Santa Clarita, 59 in Woodland Hills. It's 63 in downtown LA, now 56 in Ontario. To Big Bear's 38 degrees. We did have some snow flurries earlier this morning, way up above 8,000 feet. 66 in Palm Springs. This afternoon, Palm Springs should get up to around 75, which is below the average. 65 for the high desert areas. The mountains like Big Bear eventually getting up to around 43, mid-40s, with still that lingering 10 to 20% chance for showers for a lot of us this morning. 68 for the valleys, Inland Empire, 66 downtown LA, mid-60s along our coast. I'll show you the big warm-up we're expecting as we get into this holiday weekend. I'll be back with those temperatures in just a few moments. Back to you.
Maria, thank you. Some breaking news in the LA Harbor area. A tunnel fire that started some 13 hours ago has closed both sides of the 110 freeway in Wilmington this morning.
Rachel Aragon joining us now live with more on how long the freeway may stay shut down. Rachel.
Hey, good morning. Yeah, we just got an update. In fact, about 30 minutes ago, I got an alert on my phone saying this portion of the 110 freeway here in Wilmington in both directions will be closed indefinitely as crews right now are still battling this fire. I want to stress it's largely contained, but the hot spots, they're still trying to make sure every single flame is completely out, and there's been some challenges due to the structure of this fire. But the biggest concern, though, has really been the traffic nightmare here and the closure. Take a look, though, at video from last night closer to when the fire broke out here in Wilmington. I want to remind folks again, this portion, though, of the 110 stretching between Harry Bridges Boulevard and Channel Street in San Pedro, Wilmington area, will be closed indefinitely. LAFD say crews responded initially before 8 p.m. last night to the northbound freeway where they found the remnants of a fire believed to have been started by people living in a homeless encampment. Well, officials say while the fire has been largely contained, the real focus now is removing a large amount of debris from that tunnel. Burning construction timber, they say, and other unmovable material will require sustained suppression. Take a listen.
It's really just a fire that we have to be patient with. It's too dangerous to put firefighters in the tunnel. You'd be going into an environment where it's actually venting. So the conditions are just smoke banked all the way down to the ground. We believe that not only the contents in there are burning, but heavy lumber that was used to form the tunnel is all still in there, and we believe that that material is burning as well.
We're back here live in the Wilmington-San Pedro area right here. It's been a little bit of a traffic nightmare for folks who've been having to make a detour, of course. That's why, again, LAFD reminding folks about this indefinite road closure, definite closure for the 110, so seek alternative routes. We'll also mention to you that Caltrans has been on scene throughout the morning, really assessing the structure of the freeway to make sure it is safe to reopen. But until then, again, this portion of the 110 will be closed indefinitely. Reporting live this morning, I'm Rachel Aragon. I'll send it back to you.
Quite a mess. All right, thank you, Rachel. State Farm facing millions of dollars in penalties and a possible temporary suspension of its license after California regulators say the company mishandled hundreds of wildfire claims. The state insurance commissioner saying that an investigation found hundreds of violations and claims that buried them in red tape and underpaid customers. Regulators say that the state's largest home insurance company played adjuster roulette, meaning claims were repeatedly reassigned, creating confusion, slowing down the payout process. More than 11,000 claims were filed with State Farm after the fires, impacting thousands of families trying to rebuild. In addition to the penalties, the department demands State Farm take corrective actions to speed up payments and resolve outstanding claims. Now, in response, State Farm released this statement saying, in part, wildfire survivors deserve real solutions, not a distorted picture of State Farm's response. We strongly disagree with the department's characterization, and we reject any suggestion State Farm engaged in a general practice of mishandling or intentionally underpaying wildfire claims. And we will respond through the process.
Developing news in the Fairfax District this morning. We're hearing about break-ins at a number of businesses on Melrose Avenue.
Police say they've made one arrest. Mario live in Fairfax District with more on what we know about this. Good morning.
Roxia, Sandra, good morning. 3 businesses targeted in about 3 blocks here on Melrose Avenue in the Fairfax District. And take a look at the damage here at one. It was around 4 o'clock this morning when this was broken into, this nail salon. The suspects taking cash from the register and a laptop before moving on to the next location, but not before they were caught on camera. So let's show it to you. 2 masked men seen on surveillance video here making their way, smashing their way, I should say, into this Melrose Avenue business, kicking in a glass storefront here while those cameras were rolling. This happened at Nail Bay, a salon that's been here in business for 8 years at the corner of Melrose and Formosa. Police say this is just one of 3 businesses hit along the same stretch, all within a few minutes. The owner of the coffee shop, meanwhile, right next door, says the same suspects tried to break into his business, trying to use a cash register to smash through the storefront before they moved on. He says his shop was hit by smash and grab burglars last year.
I got inside and they took, for what I can see right now, is the cash register, the cash inside, the iMac, POS system, maybe more inside, but I haven't checked yet.
We have footage of somebody coming in throwing a registered drawer right into our door, but it just didn't break.
They tried to break into your location.
You know what? We've only been here a little over a year. Last year, they broke in. And speaking to our neighbors, they said this happens every year.
And police say the crime spree started just down the street. Officers responded to a break-in at Milk Bar. This is near Melrose and La Brea just after 4 o'clock this morning. The storefront of the bakery and dessert shop also smashed in, leaving behind a trail of broken glass. And police actually called for backup at this location after reports of a possible suspect still at the scene. So far, no word on what was taken at this spot. And just 1 block over, Lala's Restaurant, Lala's Argentine Grill on Melrose in North Alta Vista, a long-time restaurant that's been here for 25 years, also hit. The owner telling me the suspects took several tablets and other electronics, and this marks 3 targeted businesses in about 3 blocks, believed to be connected to the same suspects, in each case smashing in the glass storefronts and taking what they can. Now, coming back out here to the nail salon, you can see dusting here for fingerprints. I just spoke to the owner of Lala's down the street, and they were able to get back those electronics that were stolen when the suspect was taken into custody by LAPD officers early this morning. They actually reopened about 18 months ago after a fire, and the owner says that they've been targeted by smash and grab burglars 4 times during that span. For now, live here in the Fairfax District. Back to you.
Mario, that is terrible. It really is. All right, thank you so much for being there. Let's go overseas to talk about an update here. Tensions rising in the Middle East. The U.S. moves to reopen the Strait of Hormuz as Iran issues new threats. The U.S. military saying that it is escorting ships through the strait after weeks of disruptions. But Iran is pushing back, accusing the U.S. of violating a fragile ceasefire as state media releases video claiming new attacks on American ships in the region. U.S. officials say the mission is temporary, even as thousands of troops, warships, and air support remain in place to protect vessels.
2 U.S. commercial ships, along with American destroyers, have already safely transited the strait, showing the lane is clear. We know the Iranians are embarrassed by this fact. They said they control the strait. They do not.
While more ships are expected to move through in the coming days, the Strait of Hormuz remains a flashpoint, with both sides testing how far they will go without triggering a wider conflict.
The Torrance man accused of trying to assassinate President Trump at the White House Correspondents' Dinner got an apology from a federal judge during a court appearance Monday. The judge grilled prison officials about Cole Allen's treatment in prison, calling it unfair and disturbing. Allen, who's accused of storming the annual press dinner with the intent to kill members of the administration, was on suicide watch for several days. His attorneys claim he was kept in a padded cell with restraints and was unable to speak with family members or lawyers. He was not able to read his Bible or review case documents. The judge said this kind of restraint for someone with no criminal history was inappropriate. Allen has not yet entered a plea in this case, and his next court hearing is Monday.
The big redistricting push now on the fast track across the U.S. That's because the Supreme Court ruled yesterday to finalize its opinion on Louisiana's congressional maps. So that forces the state to redraw them before this fall's midterm elections. And that could gain Republicans 2 more seats. At least 8 states are trying to pass new districts this year. California and Texas were already approved, basically canceling each other out. Meanwhile, Virginia's new maps could gain Democrats 4 seats, but their state Supreme Court could overrule it.
Meantime, a bill that would limit minors' access to AI chatbots is making its way through Congress. The Senate Judiciary Committee voted to advance a bill that would require major AI companies to use an age verification process and ban AI companions to minors. The Senate action stems from parental allegations that AI companions have pushed children into dangerous situations.
All right, coming up at 9/11 here, Amanda's here with a special guest to interview. 2 of the Sesame Street's most famous residents are joining her right after this.
In honor of Mental Health Awareness Month, the people at Sesame Workshop will share how they help parents encourage child resilience. This is going to be great. But first, a check on traffic.
And Good Day LA Traffic is brought to you by DTLA Law Group Accident and Injury Attorneys. As we zoom in to the 110 area here near Long Beach, I just want to remind you that that tunnel fire is causing that closure on that North 110 close to Channel Street. So at the bottom here, not really impacting too much of the rest of the commute on the 110, but just a heads up on this area here near San Pedro. Here is a live traffic camera. This is the westbound 60 at Main Street on-ramp, both sides of the 60, looking really good at this hour. And here are the drive times in and out of downtown LA. It is a little extra slow this morning on that West 10 between the 5 to the 405. Headed out of downtown towards Santa Monica, it's 42 minutes. That's long. Northbound 110 between the 405 to the 10, 28 minutes. And on that West 60 between the 57 to the 5, 42 minutes there. Here's a look at some of the other traffic hotspots.
This broadcast is locally sponsored by DTLA Law Group, Auto Accident and Injury Attorneys. Have an injury? Text Injury Help to 40222 or visit us online at calldowntown.com. Message and data rates and usage may apply.
May is Mental Health Awareness Month, and it's being recognized everywhere, including Sesame Street.
Hey, here we go. Oh, Emma will try again. Here. We can do hard things. Yes, we can. Yes, we can. We can keep trying. That's the plan. That's the plan. And the reason we're so sure is because we've done hard things before. We can do hard things. Hard things. Yes, we can.
Yes, we can! And here to talk more about how it's okay to share your feelings, good or bad, please welcome Grover, Abby Kadabi, and Rocio Galarza, VP of U.S. Educational Programs at Sesame Workshop. Hi, everybody.
Hi, Miss Amanda.
Oh, hi, Abby Kadabi and Grover and Rocio. It's so good to see you. I want to know, why is it important to focus on children's emotional well-being?
Yes, emotional well-being is so important for young kids. This is the moment where they're expanding some of their vocabulary around emotions, where they're playing with one another, and there's so many opportunities to really learn about not only what you're feeling, but to learn about listening, perspective taking, persistence, like you saw in the song. So all of these are so important for young kids.
Absolutely. But you know what? I really should start out with this interview and ask each of you, how are you doing today?
Oh, that's a good
Thank you for asking. I am doing great.
Oh,
yes, I am so happy to be here with my friends and to be talking to you today and meeting a new person and maybe even making a new friend.
Yeah,
we're definitely
I'm feeling pretty grateful myself, Grover. Yeah.
So excited.
With Rocia.
Oh, thank you.
And how are you doing, Rocio?
Oh, super excited. How can I not be so happy with these two friends next to me and with you? Thank you so much for having us.
And I have my two friends sitting next to me, too. We're all just happy and we're making friends. And we're also making some new resources that are available to highlight the importance of social problem-solving skills. Now, what role does that play in a child's emotional well-being?
Yes, you're right. Thanks to the funding of Morgan Stanley, we were able to expand our resources. And social problem solving is very common because children, when they play with one another, there might be some conflicts, some difference in opinion. And so facilitating some of those conflicts can actually lead to a lot of learning. It's very complex, though. We have to know our feelings. We have to understand that we can talk about their feelings. We can also make sure that we are expressing those feelings to one another.
Yep.
Oh, that's
definitely expressing ourselves.
Yes,
when I have big feelings. Well, when I have big feelings, which I do, sometimes I just let myself feel them, and I do this thing called a wand wiggle. You know, because when I wiggle my wand, I get those feelings out. Like, and I'll just wiggle my head, and I'll wiggle my body, and I'll wiggle my feet like a wand, and then I take a deep breath.
I want to try that. Hey, since we're friends now, can I tell you guys a secret?
Sure.
Yes.
I think that Sesame Street is great for adults, too, like me, and it's not just for kids. I get a lot of lessons out of it as well. I think it's for all ages.
Yeah, we have adults and children and monsters. Everybody is welcome on Sesame Street.
Yeah, we love our street. It's a great community.
I agree with you. Are we feeling happy and strong today?
Oh, yes,
yes, we are.
Plus, I got my wiggles out.
Okay, let's all wiggle together on the count of 3. Are you ready?
Okay.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. Come on, Roxy and Sandra. Get the wiggles. Woo! I'm in a happier mood. Oh, my goodness. Thank you so much to all of you. Thank you, Grover. Thank you, Rocio. And thank you, Abby. It was so good to see you guys.
Oh, so nice to see you, too. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye. And for more information, go to sesame.org/mental health. Abby Kadabi, abracadabra. We're going to commercial break. Bye, guys.
And welcome back to you. I'm meteorologist Maria Quaban. Good day. Late weather is sponsored by Pechanga Resort Casino. Look at this shot, this view. I love it. They're so cute here from this distance. We've got, let's see, Luna and what's the other? Sandy. Sandy and Luna are just kicking back there. It's a little sunshine. I think this is Jackie. This is what our director Lisa's saying. And we've got some rain that's still in the forecast, but it's definitely cool and breezy up there in the mountains. Long Beach did register some measurable rain, almost 0.4 of an inch earlier this morning. South El Monte, 16/100th. Irwindale, less than 1/10 of an inch. And that's really most everyone got either no rain, measurable rain anyway, to less than 1/10 of an inch. And it's all related to that area of low pressure, which has moved a little bit farther inland now. So it's on its way out of here. And we're going to be on the backside of this low pressure system later today. So there's still a little bit of instability rotating around this area of low pressure. Things will really improve tomorrow as high pressure builds, and that ridge of high pressure is going to stay put through the upcoming holiday weekend. It's going to give us a slight offshore flow that will dry us out as well as warm us up big time as we get to Sunday and Monday of next week. In the meantime, today, a little chilly, 66 in Inglewood, that's it. 67 in Bakersfield, more snow up in the Sierra Nevada. They're really getting that second wintry season up there in Mammoth. Thousand Oaks, we've got some clouds, temperatures mostly in the low to mid 60s later this afternoon. Back to you.
Thanks, Maria. All right, parents, listen up. This is for you. We know that you want your kids to grow up healthy and happy, but don't be overprotective now. Researchers say that shielding your children from harmful situations will make it harder for them to handle life challenges in the long run. Of course, when there's a real danger present, you of course protect your kids, but researchers caution against parents who step in more than needed just to make them happy again. For example, your child doesn't get invited to a play date with their other friends, so you call one of the other kids' moms to complain, or walking your kid from the car to the school entrance. Instead, let your kids experience low-risk disappointments and try to solve the situation on their own. Experts say this will help with emotion regulation and problem-solving skills. Like, just throw them in the pool, right?
Yeah, people do
Try
do
to
that.
swim.
Yeah. You'll figure it out.
I had that, like, I feel like growing up, I had the two different parenting styles, right? Like the tough love father and the cheerleader mom. And I think it's good to have that balance.
Yeah. But did they step in when you had issues with friends? There's always a fine line. You want to listen to your child, you know, understand.
My grandma stepped in.
Yeah, that's true.
Who was the third one? Yeah.
She stepped in.
That's right.
I feel like it could make it worse. You always have to think about, will this help the situation or make the situation worse?
Yeah.
Will this ostracize my child? Will this make it seem weird? You know, you have to put it in perspective.
Yeah, it's true.
I just try to listen and let her feel what she's feeling. And then if I run across that kid, I just,
trip them.
Give the evil eye. Just give the evil eye. For no reason. Right? They're just kids.
That's
right?
funny. I wouldn't want to mess with your kids. I'll tell you that.
Try
No
not to
way.
say anything. All right, don't forget about today's hookup. Looking for the perfect way to celebrate your mom this Mother's Day? How about a night of music under the stars? Andrea Bocelli is bringing his Romanza 30th anniversary tour to the Hollywood Bowl, and Good Day LA wants to send you there with 4 tickets to the show on September 15th. Enter for your chance to win on our website at foxla.com/contest or link through the QR code right there on your screen. Good luck to all our viewers and to all the moms out there. Happy early Mother's Day.
I want to enter.
Yeah.
Me too. Not fair. Good morning. Welcome to 9:30. I'm Roxy Karabadian.
I'm Sandra Endo. Thanks so much for joining all of us.
I'm Amanda.
And
I'm Maria.
And we're going on tour.
Yes, we are.
Welcome back.
Thank you.
Hope you're back tomorrow.
I hope so too. I put on my story yesterday. There's just this thing going around.
Just don't give it to me.
Yeah.
I'm not in the contagious period right now, but
you're just kind of feeling
Just feeling Yeah.
Well, hopefully you'll get better and better.
Yeah.
You'll better and better as
Thank
we get
you.
going. The sunshine will make you feel better. Always does for me. And it's not going to be quite as chilly as we get into tomorrow. But it is on the cooler side today because we have that area of low pressure nearby, and we still have some leftover showers. Maybe you're going to go pickleballing? How's about that? How's about this forecast for you? WeHo, maybe you're headed there. We're still looking at temperatures in the upper 50s, but it is improving, and we're going to see sunshine for the rest of the day, I think, in WeHo. And as we take a look at our future rain forecast, you can see where most of the green stuff is at, out towards the mountains, the foothills, the Inland Empire, West Hollywood, Santa Monica. You're looking good. The San Fernando Valley, maybe a little sprinkle or two. Otherwise, we really are drying things out, especially as we get into tomorrow. Big Bear Lake, we still have that 20% chance for some showers today, maybe some more clouds tomorrow. But I think tomorrow will really mark the start of a warming trend as well as a drying trend for us here in SoCal. 66 degrees should be the high temperature, though, today for most areas in Burbank, Pasadena, Ontario. 68 in Corona, 43 in Big Bear, to that 75 in Palm Springs. Wait till you see the triple digits, though, coming. I'll show you that in my extended outlook in just a bit. Back to you.
All right, Maria, thank you.
We have some developing news in the Fairfax District. The LAPD looking into a number of break-ins at businesses on Melrose Avenue.
Mario Ramirez live in the Fairfax District with more on what we know, and this has been a repeated problem in that area, right, Mario?
Yeah, exactly, and that's what we're hearing from business owners this morning. 3 smash-and-grab burglars early this morning here along Melrose in the Fairfax District, and we just watched part of the investigation wrapping up here. A forensic print specialist with the LAPD just finished dusting for fingerprints, and the owner here says his phone started going off when the suspects were seen breaking in. Take a look at that surveillance footage capturing the moment. 2 masked suspects in hoodies smashed their way into this Melrose Avenue nail salon, and you can see them kicking in the glass storefront here at Nail Bay, shattering the door while cameras are rolling. This happened at the corner of Melrose and Formosa, where police say multiple businesses were targeted. And the salon owner, who's been running the business here for 8 years, says the suspects were in and out within a minute. And apparently businesses here in the area are no stranger to these types of crimes.
Last year, it seemed like it was a couple of guys just kind of breaking into every store they could, and it looks like it may be the same thing again today.
Police are now telling us they arrested one of the guys. What do you think about hearing that?
Glad to hear it, man. Glad to hear it. I mean, obviously, they got to stop doing this crazy stuff.
And just down the street, police say this started at Milk Bar Bakery and Dessert Shop. Also hit. Officers responded around 4 o'clock this morning. An alarm was triggered. The glass storefront smashed in. So far, still not clear exactly what, if anything, was stolen from that business. But the crime spree didn't stop there. Another block over, Lala's Argentine Grill on Melrose and North Alta Vista, a longtime staple that's been in this neighborhood for 25 years, also hit. Its glass door, front door smashed in. The owner says the suspects took several tablets and other electronics, but they were actually returned this morning after one of the suspects was arrested. In total, police investigating 3 businesses hit within just 3 blocks along Melrose, again near La Brea, Formosa, and Alta Vista. Investigators still working to determine exactly what was taken from those other locations. Now, back out here live, this is the coffee shop the suspects reportedly tried to break into, throwing a cash register at the glass storefront before moving on. You can see it's also equipped with cameras. Again, police say one of the suspects was taken into custody. The other, seen in that video, still outstanding this morning. For now, live in the Fairfax District. Back to you, Roxy.
That's so upsetting. These businesses, like, doing their best, right? And then you have situations like this. It's an extra cost.
That's
and
right.
It's so upsetting.
You have to account for all of that.
Yeah.
All right, Maria, thank you. Yesterday in court, Britney Spears pleading guilty to a lesser charge of reckless driving in her DUI case, avoiding jail time.
She is not to use or possess drugs without a valid prescription. She's ordered to continue in her mental health and substance treatment. She's ordered to meet with a psychologist once a week and a psychiatrist twice a month. And she's released on 12 months of summary probation.
The singer's lawyers entered a plea on her behalf during a hearing in a Ventura courtroom yesterday morning, and Spears was originally charged with a single count of driving under the influence of drugs or alcohol. Here's the Ventura County DA explaining the decision.
When there is a first-time offender where there is no crash, no collision, no injury with a low blood alcohol content, we typically and routinely in Ventura County will offer the reckless driving involving alcohol and drugs. In doing so, she was given a 1-year informal probationary grant instead of 3.
In April, Spears checked herself into a treatment facility voluntarily. Now to the tragic situation unfolding in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean off the coast of Africa.
Well, that's where a Dutch-flagged cruise ship sits. On board, 150 passengers, and several of them are sick with hantavirus, which is a rare but serious virus transmitted to humans primarily through contact with sick rodents. 3 people on board the ship sadly have already died. 2 more crew members are said to be airlifted to a hospital in the Netherlands. Until that happens, the boat is basically stuck. Earlier on Good Day LA this morning, we caught up with an infectious disease specialist on his way to see patients about this story. He says that he doesn't believe this ship had infected rodents, but rather infected people who boarded the ship already sick with a unique strain of hantavirus that can spread person to person.
The Andes virus, the specific sort of variant of that exists in South America, seems to be at play here. We're still sort of testing that to see if that's actually the case. But given the fact that there was that sort of connection to Ushuaia down in South America, that seems to be the place here. But in the majority of situations, hantavirus is not spread human to human. It's typically through rodents, through excrements of rodents. We can see them episodically in places in the United States. California, Yosemite will have an occasional outbreak, but it's again very seldom. So folks, if anybody is sort of scheduled to go on cruise ships this summer, I wouldn't be too concerned. Having said that, I would be concerned in general when it comes to boarding a cruise ship, because as infectious disease specialists, we often say that cruise ships are sort of floating petri dishes. So it's not the hantavirus that you necessarily have to sort of be concerned about, but there are a lot of other infections on those cruise ships. Norovirus, typically causing sort of GI infections, are the most common one. And in fact, I've worked on outbreaks across the world. I worked on the Ebola response twice, and I was one of the only infectious disease doctors working on the Grand Princess in Oakland when it was demobilized back in early 2020.
So this virus is typically spread from rodents to humans. So you're saying that each of these people who got sick and died from hantavirus came in contact with the rodents or the rodents' excrement?
Well, we don't know. I mean, we're still tracking it, but ultimately there was a clear human-to-human transmission in this particular situation, given that the husband and wife had infected the other person, and so we don't think that there were rodents on the cruise ship. So this is in an epidemiological outbreak. You know, it takes time to kind of figure out what's happening, and given the fact that it's currently sort of demobilized in West Africa, it's going to take some time to figure it out. Given also the challenges to public health response, it's making it even more challenging to sort of do what we need to figure this out, but we will.
All right, we'll stay on top of that for sure. All right, developing this morning, Spirit Airlines said it is almost finished refunding passengers who booked directly with the company, but it will take time for other refunds to make sure they're processed. The budget carrier says skyrocketing jet fuel costs caused by the war in Iran pushed it over the edge after 2 bankruptcies and a failed merger with JetBlue in 2024. Several other airlines, though, are offering reduced rescue fares to help Spirit customers who need to rebook their flights.
Spirit Airlines may be grounded for good, but on social media, fans are already trying to bring it back. A viral TikTok campaign called Let's Buy Spirit claims more than 150,000 people have pledged support to crowdfund the airline after a shutdown over the weekend. The movement's creator says the goal is a community-owned airline modeled after the way the city of Green Bay, Wisconsin owns the Green Bay Packers. The effort got a lot of attention, so much so that the website crashed twice, actually, due to all the high volume of traffic. As of this morning, the online campaign has brought in more than $130 million in pledges. The goal is to hit $1.7 billion.
All right, for in-state flyers, you may be saying bye-bye to free snacks on Delta. The airline is cutting its food and drink services on hundreds of short flights. Starting May 19th, passengers on routes under 350 miles will no longer get snacks or beverages. That includes flights from LA to San Francisco. The airline says the change will impact about 450 flights a day and better aligns Delta with practices at other airlines. Currently, American Airlines does not offer food and drink on flights under 250 miles. Delta says longer routes will still offer full service.
Cinco de Mayo event for families about to kick off near the Long Beach waterfront.
Coco McAvoy live at 2nd and PCH, checking out all the free activities for kids. Hi there, Coco.
Hey there, happy Cinco de Mayo. We are here at 2nd and PCH in Long Beach. This is the place to be for some free family fun. I am here with Sweeney now, who is the marketing manager. So tell us about the activities that are going on.
Well, besides the entertainment that's going to happen at 10, right after that, we have our arts and crafts, which is consistently something that we offer the kids and the families to do after the entertainment. So right now, for today, they're going to be doing Mother's Day greeting cards. So we get to celebrate Cinco de Mayo and Mother's Day today.
And you do these free events throughout the summer, right?
Throughout the summer, and this is not the only free event we have, but we do this actually all throughout the year. And in the summer, we have twice as much more kids club.
And this is so fun for families and for the kids. But like I was saying earlier, too, I mean, if you just come here in general for Cinco de Mayo, you're going to find something to do.
Actually, yes. And if you come back tonight, if you're listening, you can't make it this morning, we have a mariachi playing from 6 to 8 p.m. and the dancers are coming back from 6 to 8 p.m.
Amazing. So much to do. Let's get over here and talk to some of the kids now. This is Eliana. She's 5 years old. Tell us what you're working on.
I'm making a rainbow.
You're making a rainbow, and you're happy because you're missing school for this, right?
Yes.
Yes. That looks so good. I can't wait to see how the rainbow turns out. Eliana has been working hard on her crafts with her brother as well, who's also gluing some cool looking things. Let's get over to this table too. And Stephanie, these are your 3 boys. And tell us about what you like about Kids Club.
We love coming to 2nd and PCH. My boys have practically grown up here, being part of the Kids Club, doing things like arts and crafts that we may not get to do at home, seeing fun events like folklorico dancers, exposing them to that. That's so much fun because it's right here in our own backyard.
Yes. And Nico, I see you're working on something special. So what do you like about Kids Club?
I like that we get to make fun crafts, and it's also just fun to play here and make everything.
Yes, I agree. It looks like a lot of fun. I love what you're working on. And you can see the dancers as well. It truly is lively out here at 2nd and PCH. And again, fun for Cinco de Mayo throughout the entire day. I'll send it back to you.
All right, a great day to celebrate.
Yeah.
That's right. All right, Coco, thank you.
No, gracias.
Gracias. All right, Los Angeles is gearing up for the World Cup with more than 100 public watch parties this summer. Mayor Karen Bass announced the Kick It in the Park program, bringing free events to recreation centers and parks citywide from June 11th to July 19th. Families can enjoy live matches on big screens, soccer clinics, and activities celebrating all 48 competing nations. Details are at kickit.lacity.gov. Events will rotate across neighborhoods, ensuring everyone can join in on the fun.
We're just a month away from the World Cup. You can watch it right here on Fox 11.
That's right. Fox Sports releasing its star-studded campaign today, inviting America to dream big. Take a look.
Seconds left in the World Cup final. The U.S. gets set from the corner. Do you believe in miracles?
To dream the impossible dream, to fight the unbeatable foe, to reach the unreachable star.
told you we'd win.
Zlatan is still hands.
Oh, no, he's not.
Bethlehem, Texas liquor stores across the state have run out of beer.
What? You think the U.S. is going to win the World Cup?
It could happen.
Never going to happen.
What? You don't believe in miracles?
A good ending. That was so good.
All those cameos, and at the end, Mike Eruzione,
So
for the hero of the Miracle on Ice team in 1980, the hockey team beating the Soviet team at that time.
Iconic.
And a legend was made and formed.
You saw the money too, right?
Yep,
yeah.
I know. So good.
That was really well done. My gosh.
Very fun.
And you know how much work and effort that took? That was a long
It was like
piece of
a
video. It was
cinematic movie.
Yeah, totally. I love it. All right, you're going to love this story coming up. A free program giving LA teens a direct path to tech, why hundreds are lining up to get in, and what makes this place so different from a traditional classroom. All right, welcome back. This morning, California's governor's race remains wide open. A new poll conducted by Survey USA shows Republican Steve Hilton leading at 20%, followed by Democrat Tom Steyer at 18%. Chad Bianco is next with 12%, while Javier Becerra garnered 10%, tightening an already unpredictable race. 17% of voters, though, are still undecided.
In a separate poll released by the California Democratic Party, Hilton and Becerra are tied at 18%. That polling was done by Vitaris, a public opinion research consulting firm. Meanwhile, undecided voters in this poll dropped sharply from 24% to 14%.
So we wanted to know this. Are you ready to cast your vote? Let's take a look at the answers here. It looks like 52% of you say yes, feeling prepared. 26% of you still have some research to do. We do have some comments, so let's get to those. We got Harold from San Bernardino. Yes, I'm prepared to vote. I look forward to receiving my mail-in ballot. Voting is very important to me and my family.
Great, Harold. And we have Stephanie weighing in. I want to make sure this governor doesn't argue with the president. Okay, we'll see about that. Maria, over to you.
Okay, let's talk about this. An area of low pressure that has been over us for the last couple of days. We'll really start watching it over the weekend. This very weak storm is continuing its trek away from us. You can kind of see, right, that counterclockwise circulation of that system from space. It is going to give us a chance to dry out and warm up beginning tomorrow into the weekend. So that's the good news. 2 to 4 feet, the surf heights in Ventura County, LA County beaches, 1 to 3 plus in Orange County, and then a little bit more consistent in San Diego with that 2 to 4 feet. Temperatures on the stand in the mid to upper 60s. There's still some chance for showers, 10% at this point, but we are looking at improving conditions. 70s will be back, especially by this coming holiday weekend. Upper 70s for Mother's Day on Sunday. 66 for downtown LA today. Look at the 80s return on Thursday, and then maybe even close to 90 by the time we get to Sunday, Monday of next week. Valleys, Inland Empire, upper 60s to 89 on Sunday, Mother's Day. Up into the mountains, we had some little light snow flurries above 8,000 feet. 43 degrees there today. And then look at the big warm up dramatically. 77 on Sunday, 80 on Monday. 65 in the high desert, getting to those upper 90s by Mother's Day, and then out towards the Coachella Valley. My goodness, triple digits. We could be talking about excessive heat advisories going into effect for consecutive days of over 100-degree temperatures. All right, back to you.
A free after-school program in Los Angeles is redefining how teens prepare for the future. It's called TUMO, a global innovation hub where students are learning real-world skills in tech, design, and media at no cost. We checked in 6 months since the center's opening.
Hi, my name is Adam, and this is TUMO Band.
This doesn't look like a school. No bells, no desks in rows, just ideas moving. Inside this building in North Hollywood, students are learning animation, game design, filmmaking, music, and they're doing it for free.
We've been operational for 6 months. We launched in October. Right now we're serving 600 students each week and have a waiting list of a similar number.
TUMO started in Armenia, now it's global. The idea is simple. Give teens access and let them build.
We provide completely free of charge after-school education in technology and design here. The first 6 months of operation have been wonderful. Our workshop leaders and our educational staff has been incredible, and the work that our students have been creating in their initial workshops has been totally phenomenal.
But the real story is what happens after that first step inside.
I first came to TUMO to realize what my passions are and what I like to do, and I figured out that I'm actually very interested in robotics and engineering.
She walked in unsure. She'll walk out with a future.
I first came to TUMO to explore career in technology, and this led me to have an interest in graphic design and game development. Recently, I also started exploring programming.
TUMO doesn't just teach skills. It opens doors students didn't know existed. In a city built on possibility, this place feels like proof that when you give young people access, they don't just learn, they create. And as you can see for the students inside, it is not just an after-school program. It's a place where futures really start to take shape. And the good news is, yes, there's a long wait list, but TUMO says there are plans to expand across Los Angeles, which means, of course, more access to kids.
It's a great program. I want to go there.
I know, truly.
It looks so new, innovative. I know, fun.
Yes,
you name it. They have all the toys and gadgets, too.
Absolutely, the latest and greatest.
All right, well, today is Cinco de Mayo, and if you're looking for a place to celebrate, downtown LA is the place to be. Latin District LA is taking over the courtyard on Main Street for a dual celebration. It all kicks off at noon with a Champions League soccer watch party and tailgate, and then it'll be followed by a high-energy Cinco de Mayo party featuring live music, DJs, and local food vendors. Guests 21 and over can buy tickets at latindistrictla.com.
So this year, Cinco de Mayo, hey, have you realized it happens to be on a Taco Tuesday?
Nice.
Yeah, you know what that means? Likely guacamole, the go-to dish today. Right now, avocado demand hitting record levels. Industry experts are saying that's because more people are incorporating avocados into their daily diet. It also is looking into maybe you're celebrating today. Chipotle is offering some free chips and guac with any entree purchased today only. Just use the code Cinco26 on their app or their website. I have a feeling our producer is a fan of Chipotle. Yes, she confirms it because there always seems to be a Chipotle story.
And a Chipotle deal to be had.
Yes, even better, even better.
But you got to be a rewards member, right? An app. Use their app, get those deals.
And enjoy a couple margaritas as well.
But not at Chipotle.
Not at Chipotle.
Take it home.
Stay with us. We'll be back at 10. Welcome to 10 a.m. and we do begin with some breaking news from Wilmington. That is where the Harbor Freeway remains closed this morning due to a difficult tunnel fire that started last night.
Rachel Aragon is on the scene and says they'll stay closed, right? Most of the day, Rachel.
Yeah, according to an alert about an hour ago that was pushed down by LAFD, an alert saying that this portion of the 110 freeway behind me here in Wilmington closed indefinitely as they continue to put out the fire. I want to stress it's largely contained, but what you're seeing right now is crews still on scene over 12 hours later trying to put out hot spots and really get to the root of this fire. The biggest impact, though, by far has been people's commute this morning. A reminder, the 110 closure stretching between Harry Bridges Boulevard and Channel Street in the San Pedro, Wilmington area. Here again are some aerial shots from last night closer to when the fire broke out. Again, this is the northbound freeway where they found remnants of a fire believed to have been started by people living in a homeless encampment. Officials say while firefighters have removed a large amount of debris from the tunnel, burning construction timber and other unremovable material will require some sustained suppression. Take a listen.
It's really just a fire that we have to be patient with. It's too dangerous to put firefighters in the tunnel. You'd be going into an environment where it's actually venting. So the conditions are just smoke all banked all the way down to the ground. We believe that not only the contents in there are burning, but heavy lumber that was used to form the tunnel is all still in there, and we believe that that material is burning as well.
Well, counterbalance has also been on scene throughout the morning, assessing the structure and the integrity of the structure, of course, to make sure it's safe before they reopen. But as I mentioned at the beginning of all this, LAPD saying it is closed for now indefinitely as they continue to work on it. One more thing, we're about to get an update relatively soon from LAPD and LAFD, so hopefully we'll hear more about, again, a timeline for this reopening and, of course, all those detours. Reporting live this morning, I'm Rachel Aragon. I'll send it back to you.
Right, a big mess out there, Rachel. Thank you. And new this morning out of the Fairfax District, the LAPD is working and looking into a number of break-ins at businesses on Melrose Avenue.
Let's go to Mario right now, live with more on what we know. You're standing in front of, I assume, one of the businesses there, Mario.
Yeah, one of at least 3 targeted early this morning. The business owner here left on edge, cleaning up the mess right now inside Nail Bay Salon. Now, it was around 4 o'clock this morning. This nail salon was broken into. The suspects taking cash from the register and a laptop before moving on to the next target, and they were caught on camera. So let's show it to you. 2 masked men seen here in surveillance footage smashing their way into this Melrose Avenue business, kicking in that glass storefront. While these cameras were rolling, it all happened here at Nail Bay, a salon that's been in business here for 8 years at the corner of Melrose and Formosa. The owner of the coffee shop right next door, meanwhile, says the same suspects tried to break into his business, trying to use a cash register to smash through his storefront before they moved on to the nail salon here. Take a listen.
Somebody got inside and they took, for what I can see right now, is the cash register, the cash inside, the iMac, BOS system. Maybe more inside, but I haven't checked yet.
We have footage of somebody coming in throwing a registered drawer right into our door, but it just didn't break.
They tried to break into your location.
You know what? We've only been here a little over a year. Last year, they broke in, and speaking to our neighbors, they said this happens every year.
And police say the crime spree started just down the street. Officers responding to a break-in at Milk Bar. This is near Melrose and La Brea just after 4 o'clock this morning. The storefront of a bakery and dessert shop there also smashed in, leaving behind broken glass. Police arriving and actually calling for backup after reports that one of the suspects might still be at the scene. So far, no word on what was taken. And just 1 block over, another break-in. Lala's Argentine Grill on Melrose and North Alta Vista, a longtime restaurant here in the neighborhood for over 25 years. The owner tells me the suspects took several tablets and other electronics, and this marks 3 targeted businesses in just about a 3-block radius within an hour, believed to be connected to the same suspects. In each case, smashing in the glass storefronts and taking what they can. So if we come back out here live, police right now are dusting for fingerprints at Lala's Grill just down the street, and I spoke to the owner this morning. they were able to get many of those electronics tablets that were stolen once that suspect, one of the two suspects, was apprehended, taken into custody, and he says they reopened about a year and a half ago after a fire there, and during that time, during the last 18 months, they've been targeted 4 times by smash and grab burglars. For now, live in the Fairfax District, back to you.
Wow, all right, Mario, thank you. Now, there is an LA mayoral debate tonight, but it involves just 2 of the candidates. Incumbent Mayor Karen Bass will face off against challenger, current City Council member Nithya Raman. The one-on-one debate will be held in Sherman Oaks. It's being sponsored by the Sherman Oaks Homeowners Association. It excluded other candidates such as Spencer Pratt, Adam Miller, and Ray Huang. The mayoral debate with a larger field will take place Wednesday night. The primary is set for June 2nd.
State Farm facing millions of dollars in penalties and a possible temporary suspension of its license after California regulators say the company mishandled hundreds of wildfire claims. The state insurance commissioner saying that an investigation found hundreds of violations in claims that buried them in red tape and underpaid customers. Regulators say the state's largest home insurance company played adjuster roulette, meaning claims were repeatedly reassigned, creating confusion and then slowed down the payout process. More than 11,000 claims were filed with State Farm after the fires, impacting thousands of families trying to rebuild. In addition to the penalties, the department demands State Farm take corrective actions to speed up payments and resolve outstanding claims. In response, State Farm released a statement saying in part, quote, "Wildfire survivors deserve real solutions, not a distorted picture of State Farm's response. We strongly disagree with the department's characterization, and we reject any suggestion State Farm engaged in a general practice of mishandling or intentionally underpaying wildfire claims, and we will respond through the process."
The Torrance man accused of trying to assassinate President Trump at the White House Correspondents' Dinner got an apology from a federal judge during a court appearance yesterday. The judge grilled prison officials about Cole Allen's treatment in prison, calling it unfair and disturbing. Allen, who's accused of storming the annual press dinner with the intent to kill members of the administration, was on suicide watch for several days. His attorneys claim he was kept in a padded cell with restraints and was unable to speak with family members or lawyers, read his Bible, or review case documents. The judge said this kind of restraint for someone with no criminal history was inappropriate. Allen has not yet entered a plea, and his next court hearing is Monday.
Tensions are rising again in the Middle East as the U.S. moves in to reopen the Strait of Hormuz as Iran issues new threats. The U.S. military saying it is escorting ships through the Strait of Hormuz, weeks of disruption. Iran, though, pushing back, accusing the U.S. of violating a fragile ceasefire as its state media releases video claiming new attacks on American ships in the region. U.S. officials say the mission is temporary, even as thousands of troops, warships, and air support remain in place to protect vessels.
2 U.S. commercial ships, along with American destroyers, have already safely transited the strait, showing the lane is clear. We know the Iranians are embarrassed by this fact. They said they control the strait. They do not.
While more ships are expected to move through in the coming days, the strait remains a flashpoint, with both sides testing how far they can go without triggering a wider conflict. And with that in mind, let's take a look at the board. The big board right here. It looks like the Dow is up 253 points. So the news of tensions continuing to rise hasn't impacted the market thus far today.
All right, Dutch authorities are in the process of planning medical evacuations for people on board a cruise ship after several people died and got sick on board.
A suspected outbreak of hantavirus is to blame for this, and passengers are being asked to remain in their rooms. Gary Baumgarten reports on the very latest developments.
Tragedy at sea as a search for answers intensifies on board the MV Hondias. This after the World Health Organization cited a suspected outbreak of the hantavirus, a rare disease believed to have killed at least 3 passengers and affect several more who were on the Dutch cruise ship.
The main symptoms when it starts is going to be a fever and body aches and just feeling really bad. People will start feeling more short of breath, or your oxygen levels get low, your kidneys can stop working.
Hantavirus is usually spread through contact with rodents or their droppings.
And what happens is when people disturb their nests and that urine and feces gets aerosolized and you breathe it in, that's how it gets into the human body.
The cruise ship carrying roughly 150 passengers from around the world, including 17 from America, departed from Argentina. It then made several stops, including ones in the Canary Islands and mainland Antarctica, before heading to Cape Verde off the coast of West Africa, where officials are seeking help from local health experts.
This Andes a hantavirus that came from South America that was brought on the cruise ship, or it was something on the cruise ship and the rodents, if there were rodents on that ship, or did it get picked up along the way at the different stops?
There are no specific drugs to treat the disease, and patients with severe cases are placed on ventilators. The WHO says there is low risk to the wider public as investigations press on.
So in theory, the hantavirus could be transmitted from person to person, but that would be incredibly rare. It is almost always from the rodent exposure.
Gary Baumgarten, Fox News.
In the 7 o'clock hour of Good Day LA, we were joined by infectious disease specialist, Dr. Tyler Evans.
And we wanted to know how worried people should be if they're planning a cruise soon.
Folks, if anybody is sort of scheduled to go on cruise ships this summer, I wouldn't be too concerned. Having said that, I would be concerned in general when it comes to boarding a cruise ship, because as infectious disease specialists, we often say that cruise ships are sort of floating petri dishes. So it's not the hantavirus that you necessarily have to sort of be concerned about, but there are a lot of other infections on those cruise ships. Norovirus, typically causing sort of GI infections, are the most common one. And in fact, I've worked on outbreaks across the world. I worked on the Ebola response twice, and I was one of the only infectious disease doctors working on the Grand Princess in Oakland when it was demobilized back in early 2020.
And you consulted on the last cruise ship, as you mentioned, at sea during the COVID outbreak. What are some of the things that you learned from that? And what is the healthcare like on these cruise ships?
Well, we actually demobilized the last cruise ship on Earth. I like to say that for theatrical effect. It was in Oakland, and it was the Grand Princess back in March of 2020. And so we were basically taking all of the passengers and the crew and putting them into a hotel and then taking care of them. At the time, it was the very early stages of the pandemic, the COVID-19 pandemic, and we didn't really know what we were dealing with. So we needed to just sort out, quarantine, and isolate, and ultimately kind of determine how we would sort of treat these folks. But on cruise ships in general, it's variable. It's variable in terms of what you get. You'll typically get a doctor. In terms of their credentials, it's sort of it's a mixed bag. But their setups on cruise ships are typically, it's not a ER or an urgent care, so it's pretty sparse in terms of what they have. But again, I mean, and given the multinational presence of these places, and given the fact that a lot of the crew are typically from South Asia, and there's sort of higher risk of disease, there's more poverty in these areas, I really encourage the cruise ship industry to take more precautions when they're dealing with their passengers and their crew.
Dr. Evans says the boat is not being allowed to dock because there is concern that the hantavirus strain on board is one called the Andes strain. This is the only hantavirus strain that can be spread person to person without someone having to come into contact with rodent droppings. That strain is found primarily in Chile and Argentina, where the boat docked previously.
All right, let's talk about our weather now as we see a little less of that shower activity that we talked about yesterday was in the forecast. Right now we're picking up some of the activity on the radar, a lot of it up to our north near the Tehachapis, and then some of it here moving into the Inland Empire. But you can tell sort of the counterclockwise circulation watch as the clouds come in from the northeast towards the southwest, and then eventually back over to the east. So that low, the center of it, is right on top of us right now, and that's going to continue to move east away from us throughout the day today. That low moving off at a good clip. High pressure behind it will build. So by tonight into tomorrow, we're going to be under the influence of this ridge of high pressure, and it's going to stay put after that across the southwest into the upcoming weekend. That's going to give us not just a drying trend, but a warming trend as we get to the holiday weekend coming up. Mother's Day is going to be a hot one with temperatures well above average, especially the farther away from the coast you go, the hotter it will be. Today, not so hot. It'll be on the cooler side with temperatures staying below average. 16 Woodland Hills, that's it. 59. Actually, these are current temperatures, pardon me. 59 in Burbank, 16 Pasadena. High temperatures eventually will get into the mid-60s for the high desert. 75 for the Coachella Valley and the low desert areas, which is cooler than average, to the 43 we're expecting up in Big Bear in the mountains. 66 for downtown LA. That's below the average of 73. 60s mostly from the valleys all the way to the coast later this afternoon. We're going to show you the rest of the forecast. We'll talk about the 7-day and those really warm temperatures coming up in just a few moments. In the meantime, let's talk about our traffic conditions outside. We do have a little bit of leftover traffic right now. This traffic report is brought to you by My Home Sold. Looking at one of our traffic cameras now, we're going to zoom in. This is one of the better ones right now, the 22. This is out in Orange County. The eastbound 22 at Los Alisos. Actually, the eastbound is this side of the freeway here on the left-hand side, but both east and west sides looking nice. Drive times in and out of downtown LA still really slow on that 10 coming out of downtown towards Santa Monica. Westbound 5 to the 405, 42 minutes. On that north 110 between the 405 to the 10, just 18 minutes. That closure down near Channel Island Channel is looking like it's not affecting the 110 at all near Long Beach, so you're good to go there. On the west 60 between the 57 to the 5, 28 minutes. Here's a look at some of the other traffic hotspots.
Hello, I'm Adrian Hernandez with MyHomeSold.com, and we want to buy your house cash. We save you money with no commissions, no fees, no repairs, for free, no obligation, as is cash offer. Go to MyHomeSold.com.
Welcome back. A family-friendly Cinco de Mayo celebration happening in Long Beach along the waterfront.
Coco is live at 2nd and PCH to check out the Kids Club event. Buenos dias.
Hey there. Yes, happy Cinco de Mayo. We are here at 2nd and PCH in Long Beach, and this really is the place to be. We're talking about free family fun. You can see the event is underway. The kids and families are having a great time. I'm here with Sweeney now, who is the marketing manager for 2nd and PCH, and tell us about the event that's underway.
Yes, right now you're seeing our performers doing an engaging activity with the moms and the kids, and they get to do or learn a very basic Cinco de Mayo dance that they just showed them.
That's so cool. And this is really the place to come throughout the summer. There's a lot of free fun.
Lots of free events during the summer, lots of kids club. We also have a lot of like dance nights too, line dancing, salsa nights every month. Yeah.
If people miss this event, there are still so many great restaurants for people to come to and enjoy, right?
Yes, we have. Especially today, Cinco de Mayo, you have to come and check out the margaritas from Ola and Palapa. Here's Travis here, the manager, giving us our margarita for the day. Thank you. Yes, so make sure you come here. And tonight, from 6 to 8 p.m., if you missed this right now, we have a mariachi and folklorico dancers again from 6 to 8 p.m. while you're getting your dinner here at 2nd and PCH.
And talk about the reaction from families whenever they come to Kids Club.
Oh my gosh, they are so thankful that they have a place to take their kids that are not in school yet, or maybe homeschooling for a little break in the morning on Tuesday mornings from 10 to 12 p.m. So they love it, and they enjoy the crafts, they enjoy the airbrush tattoo, they enjoy the entertainment that we put together. Because today is Cinco de Mayo, but sometimes it's magic, sometimes it's puppet show, sometimes it's dinosaur party. So it depends on our theme.
I love that. Thank you so much, Sweeney, for talking to us all about the fun happening here at 2nd and PCH. You can see the kids learning the dance, and they're doing a great job. It really is such a fun and interactive way to spend Cinco de Mayo. I'll send it back to you.
They're so cute, all those little.
Cheers.
I know.
Enjoy.
Enjoy. All right, Coco, thank you. May 5th is also a big national holiday in Japan known as Children's Day, or Kodomo no Hi. It's also celebrated in the community here. It's a day to bless children and the family and wish them health and happiness. This past weekend, hundreds of families came out to celebrate at the West LA Buddhist Temple, where kids enjoyed playing games, making crafts. There were live cultural performances, which entertained the crowds, and Councilwoman Tracy Park honored community leaders at this 4th annual event hosted by the Satel Japantown Association. So, if you see carp streamers flying in the wind today around the city, that represents this holiday. Many families also display miniature warrior dolls or samurai swords in their homes as a symbol of protection and strength for children. It's a great event.
Yeah. It is fashion's biggest night. We're talking about the Met Gala, a fundraiser for the Costume Institute at the New York Metropolitan Museum of Art.
Last night's theme was simply costume art, and guests had no problem keeping on theme. Fox's Crystal Young was there.
The stars were out, and as usual, Anna Wintour was one of the first to arrive. She wore Chanel and was flanked by a radiant Nicole Kidman and Lauren Sanchez. Singer Sam Smith slowly ascended the red carpet, striking in all black. Also in all black, Cher, who's never a stranger to outfits who scream fabulous. Her look, custom Burberry.
How are you embodying the fashion as art tonight?
Well, you know, everybody is beautiful and everybody has their own expression. It's expression.
But perhaps the biggest ooh la la of the night was Beyonce and Olivier rousting. For her, it was a family affair. She arrived with husband Jay-Z and daughter Blue Ivy. Speaking of families, Dwayne Wade and Gabrielle Union, both in Michael Kors, always seem happy and in the moment.
It's a built-in date night, so I'm one of the lucky ones. Not only do I get to come to Met Gala, but we get to go to Tiffany and Co events together. We get to have built-in date nights, doing things that are beautiful and that are very elegant and classy, and at that level that we aspire to continue to be at. So yeah, it's a great day.